Ci vediamo adesso nella parte
We're now in the
dimostrativa.
demonstration part to mix together our parfait, coffee parfait. So we have coffee paste. We're going to use 15% of it, pata bon 35%, and 50% of semi-whipped cream without sugar. As usual, we're going to again explain that the parfait having a pata bon base, we're going to prefer some flavors that are a bit more deep. We can use liquors with a proportion of around 8% on the total weight. So let's start by inserting the flavor inside our pata bon. Let's try to mix to see if the components, so the coffee paste tends to quite easily enter the pata bon. Remember that when you want to make yourself some dried fruit paste, because the ones you find on the market, maybe you don't really like them, you can even make them yourself. So hazelnuts, almonds, walnuts, pistachios. You take the dried fruit, you put them in the oven at 140 for 15-20 minutes, and you will put them in a cutter or in a blender. With a small percentage of fat, I advise some rice oil because of the 8%. 8% on 1 kilo of dried fruit, and then maximum speed. The push of the oil, in this case rice oil, that heats up with the strength of the cutter, will heat the dried fruit, favoring the outcome of the essential oils, and at a certain point we will create our paste of dried fruits. Clearly, of course, when you sometimes create proportions, basic proportions for our desserts, cold desserts, we never take into account how much the flavor can push inside our dessert. So maybe a 15% of coffee paste of one brand could give us a perception of the flavor that's much stronger, whereas for other types of brands we might need more of it. So always remember that these are just basic balancings. So let's keep mixing from bottom to top. And we're going to just re-whip a little bit our semi-whipped cream, and we're going to insert it into 2 or 3 parts based on the quantity you have. When you put the whipped cream, always semi-whipped so that we avoid the formation of clumps. And so the formation of ice in the freezer. When we see that the cream enters in a quite uniform way, it means that we have the right density of the product, so we can insert the remaining quantity, again from bottom to top, being careful to avoid to deflate the mixture too much. When you have a mixture that's quite homogeneous, we're going to complete our preparation. Let's take our pastry sack. In this case too, we don't need to put tips or whatever. We're going to just pour it inside, and then dress in the mold that we have decided to use. So let's dress inside. Of course, depending on the quantity that you think that's necessary, based on the type of product that you wanna make. As always, remember that from this instant we're going to blast chill our coffee parfait at minus 18 degrees, and then we're going into preservation or in the shop window or in our freezer. And with this we finished the practical demo of coffee parfait.